Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Gainer Gossip. I am Pluto, and with me, as always, is.
Hey guys, it's Jenny here.
And since today's guest is one of your friends, why don't you go ahead and do the introduction there, babe?
Yes, this is the amazing Sabrina. I became friends with her on TikTok. She's so talented. She's a great actress, killing it on TikTok. She deserves like 1 million followers because she's very talented. And
Thank you.
and Sabrina, you want to say a little bit about yourself as well?
Well, what I'm gonna say, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, I'm gonna be spontaneous. Like you said, obviously, I mean, on TikTok, my videos and all is what I do. My passion is singing, even acting.
Yes, you're great at both.
It's my escape. So it's my escape from the real world when I can express myself, be my true self, entertain people, and
Yeah.
enjoy the stuff. Now, being funny, what I'm doing. Honestly, I'm gonna tell you, even in the house with my mom and family, I'm the funny one. I'm the one who who do weird stuff, or came out with jokes and build a certain different character. Example, my in the house with my mom, we speak French. So
Yeah.
sometimes I like to build some character with different accents in the
Oh,
French.
that's cool.
So and sometimes, to make, people laugh, I do that. So it's just me. I mean, I enjoy art in general. So
Yeah, and I agree with that because I think because again, and you may disagree, Pluto, but I'm the funny one in my family as well. Like I feel like I'm the one cracking jokes. I'm the one that
Honestly, in your family, yeah, and in our household, no, that's definitely me.
no,
I'm the
it's
funny
me.
one between the two of us. You're
No,
the pretty
I'm
one. I'm the funny one.
I'm very funny. Like, and I agree with thank you, and I agree with Sabrina. Like, it's a way to escape, and that's what I love about acting in general. Like, when you
yes,
act, you can become all these different characters and escape into a new world. And essentially, you can live like 100 or 1 million lives, whatever character you play in one lifetime by being different characters.
exactly.
And that's
It's
what.
like, you express yourself. You just, do your own thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I told you, you remember that when I did the one acting challenge. It was Teen Wolf. Then I was doing
Yeah.
Styles. When I told you in
Yes.
real life, you see Styles. It's me in real life. So
I
sarcasm,
love
being
that.
funny, being weird, being, it just even sometimes, at work and with my coworkers, two of them, I always, crack jokes and make them
Yeah.
laugh. So it just me.
That's
So
what life is about though, because I feel like people that don't
yeah,
have a sense of humor or are so like worried about like being too silly, like
yes,
they're not really enjoying life, I feel like, because they're worried about what other people think. Like, I
Mhm.
don't care what people think of me. Like, I'm gonna be as weird and random as I want to be.
exactly,
Well, that's
exactly.
that's good
Like
because you're pretty weird, so it tracks.
Wow. You're a
like I
hater.
always say, just be your true self. It doesn't
Exactly.
matter if you came out weird. Just be yourself. Just,
Exactly.
in the end, this is that count. I'm gonna tell you. Sometimes I get people that have, an opinion on me, which is I'm
Mhm.
someone who doesn't care. I mean, I'm someone that I don't have to live on what people say about me. So
Yeah, exactly.
they can do, I had a lot of people saying a lot of stuffs about me, or sometimes criticize some of my I'm not a perfect person. I have flaws. I'm gonna tell you that.
Yeah,
But
we all do.
I exactly. I'm like, I don't care. I have to be my sometimes I can be, the villain of the situation. Sometimes I can be I just,
Mhm.
I prefer being myself than being someone that I'm not, because I'm gonna tell you, when I was in high school, I had to be someone that I wasn't to.
Yeah.
So when I after that, when I came out, I was like, you know what? I can do that. I have to be myself, even if it means that I have to lose friends for that.
Yeah.
Just, you know what? Let me be myself. That's it.
Yeah, because the world is better
So
when you're being true to yourself than
exactly.
being someone you're not, because then you're not being yourself. So you're not really living an honest life. You know what I mean? And I agree with that. I feel like, especially because now I'm back in Ohio, but when I used to live in LA, before I moved out to LA, when I first lived in Ohio, I tried to appease, certain family members and certain friends, and by not like following certain things I wanted to do and not like living the kind of life I wanted to live. And now I'm like, I don't care, because I think like going out to LA, I was away from everybody, made me like, be myself, because I feel like I found who I was. And I don't care now. Like, I'm going to follow my dreams and I'm going to do what I want at the end of the day, because we only live one life.
Exactly. I mean, I tell you, if my role model is my mom. So,
That's amazing.
my mom, she is someone so amazing that she helped me through a lot. I'm gonna say it. She's my best friend. She's my best friend, if I can, because she gets me. She knows me.
Yeah.
We have this. She knows what my dreams are, and my mom always told me that if one day you're gonna, her and my father are. I mean, don't get me wrong. I love my dad, but
Yeah.
they had two different upbringing. So
Yeah.
my dad thinks in a certain way where my mom thinks in another way. So my mom, she's a little bit more open, carefree, she's supportive and stuff like that.
That's
My
good.
dad's on certain stuff is not really, and it's normal because I don't blame him for that. I mean,
Yeah.
it's just maybe because it's fear or I don't know what it
Yeah.
is, but just the way it is. So my mom, she always told me, if one day, doors are gonna be open on your dream, go for it.
Yeah.
Show me, go for it. I'm not gonna. Don't worry about your father. She told me, I'm gonna. She was like, I'm gonna, deal with him, but go for it.
And it's
Just
amazing to like have that kind of like, because I feel like my parents are my friends too. So it's amazing to have that kind of bond with like family, because sometimes family isn't supportive. And I have family that's also not supportive. But it's like, you just got to ignore those people that don't support you and focus on the ones that do at the end of the day. Because that's what's most important.
yes, this one. My mom, she always told me, chat. I'm gonna tell you, my mom, she always told me to follow your dreams. Having a dream is not, it's not something criminal, so it's
Hmm.
normal. So
Right.
maybe because when she was in her young age, her dream got literally shattered by my grandfather. So today with us, she's not making the same mistake. So,
Yeah. I'm sorry to hear
so
that about. That's sad.
So that's why my mom, she always been supportive,
Yeah.
when sometimes, uh, we have a very truthful relationship with my mom. So my mom, when she tells you you're good, you're good. If she tells you you suck, you suck. You know what I mean? To be honest. So this is why I'm like this. So this is
Oh
how I
gosh,
am.
I'm nervous now for your mom to see my videos, like what she would say.
No, don't worry about it. She knows that. She knows that. And honestly, my people think that the way my mom, she made me and her meanie herself,
Yeah.
might
Hmm.
be something, strange. But I'm gonna tell you, having someone like my mom is fantastic, because even my brother best friend always said, I wish I had a mom like yours.
Yeah. I'm sure a lot of
All
people
the
do.
people was that I wish I had a mom like yours. I mean, I was like, yeah. So she's my role model. So
That's so cute. You're gonna make me cry. I'm an emotional person.
We're only eight
Make me
minutes
cry.
in. You can't start crying already.
Huh?
You gotta save it for the end. We're only like 9 minutes into the
I can't help
podcast.
it. I cry easily. Anyways.
and she watched my video. Sometimes she was. I know she doesn't speak English, obviously, so I have
Yeah.
to translate the things. But she was sometimes she watched my videos and she just tell me, you know what? Give me the videos. Send me the videos like this. I'm gonna send you to the whole family.
Oh
My
my gosh, she's
sisters,
so
my
supportive.
sisters. Like and
Aw.
they laugh it off like nobody else. It is something
Oh,
fantastic.
she's so supportive. Dude, I'm so happy for you that you have that though, because like that that's an honor to have that, truthfully, because like I'm gonna be truthful about something. Like I'm good friends with my parents. I am. But I feel
Mhm.
like, and it's not my mom's fault, but I feel like she just doesn't understand the whole acting thing. So it's hard sometimes for her to like be supportive of that. And like as much as I love my mom and I do consider her one of my best friends, I wish that I had that like you have, where like she's excited to see your videos and like that was
Yeah.
gonna make me cry. Like I can't. So like that's super cool. I'm really happy that you have that, like that support system. That has to be
That's when, yes. Sometimes, when I tried once to, you know, show my dad a video. It looked at me like, you weird. It was
oh
like, you weird. And the funny fact that is the joker of the family. So, sometimes he crack
yeah.
jokes and stuff like that. So sometimes I'm like, I don't understand what the hell is going on in your head. I was
Oh,
like,
I remember like no, this is what's so crazy. Like, and this is how cool how we like meet people. I love how we haven't even started the questions yet. We're just like flowing with our
The
conversation.
questions are just there as a frame. They're not
I
necessarily needed.
know.
We've had plenty of
I
episodes where
love
we just go off topic.
but I love how like no, but it's so crazy how we can meet people on social media, because I love how we met because you actually duetted one of my videos and I
yes.
was like, this girl is such a good actress, because like it's not every day that like someone duets you and you're gonna be like, oh my god, like blown away. Like I was blown away with your video because your acting was so good. And I went to your page and I was like, oh, she needs to do acting like right away because I saw her. Because it was so good.
And when I started, and the funny fact is, when I started doing the acting, I started like anybody else with lip sync. You
Yeah,
know,
yeah.
I was watching a video of my cousin that he did acting lip sync of Teen Wolf in French.
Mm-hmm.
So I was watching it and said, you know what? I'm gonna do the same thing, but I'm gonna do it in English because
Yeah,
I always loved since I was a kid the English language. So I always been someone who
yeah,
loved the languages in general. So I could have done it in Italian or in French or stuff like. I don't know why, but I said I want to go with English. I don't know. I just felt like it was me.
yeah,
So
yeah.
and I was like, I'm gonna start. I want to see how people would react. And
Yeah.
I was like, I when I had my first couple of likes, I was like, wow, people likes that. People
Yeah.
likes that. So that's okay. After that, my first video that I did, it was I do it with you, and I just said, you know what, I'm gonna do into a next level. So using my own voice and not
Yeah.
lip syncing. I want to see how it is using my own voice. And I was like, you know what, let's go and do it.
Yeah.
So I just, you know, I don't know. I said, I don't even know what the hell was going on in my head. I just did that like this
Yeah. And it
out
was
of
so
nowhere.
good.
So it made he was like, let's go and do that. So
Yeah. No,
just
and I'm glad you did, because like I would have never met you if you did French, because I don't know how to speak French. So
not easy. It's not easy. I'm gonna tell you, it's not easy.
yes,
So
I only know like je t'adore means I love you. I know that.
yes.
You only know
Okay.
that from one of your reality shows, I'm pretty sure. That's the
No,
only
I
thing. Yes, you
know
do. It was no, you know that from fucking The Nanny. Because the fucking she dated the French tutor in the one episode. He kept saying Jetta Dora. She thought he was talking saying like close the door or some shit.
close the
Oh,
door.
I know what that
You
means.
have,
That's why you know what it means though.
have you ever watched Friends?
Yes, 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 yes.
There's one episode, if I don't know if you remember it, with Phoebe and Joy. And Joy is preparing himself to play a movie, and he needs to learn French. So he goes to Phoebe, that she knows French, and they start, do the scene
Oh,
like you see Phoebe that she look I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna do that in front of
Yes,
everybody.
do
So I'm gonna
that.
do that.
Yeah.
You see Phoebe, she goes to Joey and says, Je, and repeat, Je m'appelle, je m'appelle, je m'appelle. Everyone started laughing. I was like, you know, just it was funny. So I was like, and sometimes I did that to my mom. Sometimes with my mom, I just cracked that joke because she used to watch Friends too.
Friends is such a good show.
It was an awesome show. To
Yes.
be honest, so
And that 70s show. I love that 70s show.
that one, yes. I had the first time that I watched Friends, it was in Italian.
Oh, nice.
I was because I was little, so and after that I switched and I went when I had my first computer, so I switched and I went to watch it again, but in English, because I have this thing that I enjoy watching movies, TV shows into original languages, so mostly English. So I very enjoy that, and
That's
you
cool.
know, TV almost. I watch all my TV series, movies on my computer. So the TV, I don't even, I'm not even on in front of the TV anymore. So sometimes I have my TV shows like, Mom, I gotta go because I need to go and watch Law and Order, because those days, every time I have, I always enjoy that. So
that's awesome though. So have you seen, like, I'm curious now, did you watch Teen Wolf also in like French, or did you just watch it in
English? In English,
okay.
because I didn't really, it sounds weird, but I tried to watch it in French and Italian. Yeah. But it was weird. It was kind of weird. Exactly. I wanted to feel, the scene, the episode. So I told myself, I'm going to watch it in English. I'm not going to watch it unless I don't know. In French, I have the TV sometimes that I have some French channels. So I saw certain movies, but are French movies that make you laugh, comedy and stuff like that, because I just, I love that. So no, I'm someone who prefers to watch the movie into original language, because it makes you feel the scene more. And so is a new whole level of stuff. So I much enjoy see that. So I'm someone, since I was little, I always loved movies, TV shows, music. So even musicals, I was like, my first musical was in France. Oh, nice. And I watched it on TV. I was like 4 years old, and it was Romeo and Juliet.
Oh, that's awesome.
The musical in French, because they doing the tour and stuff like that. And after that, I saw Robin Hood, also in French, but it was the musical. And the other one was Notre Dame de Paris. Donc, so it was.
I don't know that one, musical. But I did.
You should see it, that musical.
Is it good?
It's good. It's good. And I mean, it was. I don't know now which actors and they choose, but I'm talking a long time ago. The people who they chose, I mean, the songs and stuff were terrific. The voices is everything. Is just a lot of emotions. It's good. It's good.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Because I watch a lot of like on Netflix and stuff. Like I'll find because I watch obviously my American shows, but I also find a lot of dubbed movies and dubbed shows. Like I love The Elite. Mm-hmm. That's one of my favorite shows to watch. I think
I started the show, but I didn't finish it.
Yeah, I love that show. It's so good. So
because I had too many shows, so I said, I don't know, I didn't finish it. So when I get a time, I'm gonna finish it. I don't know if I ever gonna get
Yeah,
a
it has
time
a
because
lot of seasons. I think it has like 6 seasons now. But I love like finding like dub shows that are filmed in like Italy and France and like things like this. And I watch like those shows, but obviously I don't know the language, so I have to watch them in dubbed, which is English.
yes,
But you can tell, like you said, I would love if I knew the language to watch it in the original so I could feel like actually hear the voices and the characters' emotions. Because
Mhm.
watching it dubbed, it's not the same actors.
Yeah, I can't do dubbed. I just can't. The mouth
Yeah.
the mouth's so off with the words, and like the grammar
This is
they
what I
use
hate.
is very like very high proper grammar English that people don't actually speak that way in everyday thing. So it just sounds like I can walk in a room and she's watching the movie and they say the first line I hear, I'm like, yeah, she's watching the dub movie. I can tell already just without even looking at the screen.
Because I
And the
love watching
problem is,
other cultures, you know, like
Yeah.
places.
yeah, but the problem is when you go and watch the double, it is a little bit different because when you have to
Yeah.
translate certain phrases,
Yeah, they don't translate
the
well.
words exactly, they don't match. So
Mhm.
Yeah.
I mean, it's annoying. I don't like it. I don't like it. So I'm lucky that I speak 3 languages. So
I
I'm very
know,
lucky.
you're so lucky.
I'm very lucky that I speak 3 languages very fluently. And so I said, let's go and do that because I can. I can, absolutely can. So
That's very
Yeah, you can
impressive
watch
because
like,
I can barely speak proper English, let alone more
oh my
languages.
gosh,
So
you can speak English just fine. What is wrong?
I do English no good at all.
Okay, there you did it on purpose to try to not speak.
but I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I learned English at the age of 6.
Yeah,
Makes
So
sense.
because
That's
the first
amazing.
language that I started to speak, it was French
Hmm.
with my mom.
Yeah.
So both my parents are immigrants, so it just and my mom, the first language was French. And I had, at the age of 6, I had to learn Italian and English together.
Oh, wow.
So, and it was like, it was for me, and it's a little bit strange because French and Italian, both of them comes from the Latin. So they
Mhm.
have like a background roots, the Latin, while
Right.
the English, no. So for me, it was super strange that it was more easier for me to learn English than Italian. It was like, and it was so strange. I was like, oh my God, I didn't, I was like, I don't know what the hell is going on, but
What age were you when you learned Italian?
what?
What
I
age were
didn't
you when you learned Italian?
6
Okay, so you learned
because
English and Italian at 6. Got
I
it.
was born in Italy, but my mom, when I was little, at the age of 3,
Hmm.
took me to in France, and my dad stayed here in Italy because he was working. So when I got back, so I didn't really speak Italian. I spoke French.
Hmm.
So I had to do in school Italian and English together.
Yeah.
And it's good because when you are little, when we are kids, it's more easier to learn the language.
Yeah,
When
it's really
Yeah.
easy when you're younger because your
exactly
mind's still developing. It can like imprint on it
exactly
more. When you're older, the only way to really keep it is to fluently use it a lot. And if you're not using it every day, you'll forget it really easily.
Yeah. So it's good you learned it when you were so young because it was probably easy to learn all of that at
I mean, in
once.
school, I'm gonna tell you, in school, I was one of the best students in English. So
Oh, that's
Mhm.
we
awesome.
were. I'm not gonna brag about it, but we were in high school. We were 18, and only 3 of us were good. The other one
Really?
were a disaster. Then they drove our teacher to, she went crazy that the day of, our last year of high school, that we needed to get our diploma, she had to make pass everybody. And she was like, I don't want to see you again. Go ahead. I was like, I
Nice.
don't want to see you again to the others. Because the problem is where I live, and I saw it. I mean, I'm telling you, I saw it with my my classmate, that they didn't enjoy, most of them, learning different languages to different cultures. So I
Yeah.
was like, I was like, I don't know why. It's beautiful knowing different cultures, different languages, different, so
Right.
just, I mean, because you need that, because we live in a world where we have people, come visit other countries. And when you
Yeah.
see a tourist and he's gonna ask you some, questions, what are you gonna do? You have to answer it. So
Exactly.
you're not
Yeah.
gonna. So I was like, at least I'm prepared. I'm prepared. I mean, and it's enjoyable.
Yeah.
So,
And
and
you
I was
love it.
like, and I had also people sometimes make a fun of it, because I was so interested, that I remember that it was in French and in English class that my teacher, she couldn't give me a higher grade because of my classmates. I said,
Really?
I know, yes, because there was this jealousy stuff. For example, our grades is a little bit different. We go with numbers, not like in America with letters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you go to from 1 to 10. So
Yeah.
10 is
Oh wow.
like A,
Okay.
in America. So in English, she had to give me 8, and in French, she had to give me 9. She told me, I know that I can give you more, but the problem is, are your classmates. So
Oh
I don't want to put you in a position where you have certain people, that they're gonna get jealous of you,
yeah.
of
Exactly.
your, because sometimes when they saw people that are different, or they just get jealous. I never understood that, if I can be honest.
Yeah.
So I was like, I mean, it's not a competition. It's not my fault if I have a brain. I was like, sometimes I was like, it's not my fault if I have a brain, guys. So
It's not
I'm
my
not
fault.
gonna.
I'm smart.
Exactly. I'm not gonna, lower myself on being stupid because you feel threatened. So oh my God. And the problem is, I saw it also in work life.
Hmm.
Yeah.
So when they see that you are more, I was like, no, you know what? Something is not right. So the problem is that since I live here, the only thing that I see is competition. I have to compete, and it's exhausting sometimes. This is
Yeah.
why, and this is why I was like, and then it's sad because it's a beautiful country. I'm
Yeah.
not gonna say it's a beautiful country if only some people will be, open sometimes, and
Yeah.
just, we are all human beings. I mean,
Hmm.
Yeah. That's true.
so I had to. This is why, when before I told you that in high school I had to be someone else sometimes, because I couldn't be my true self. So it was exhausting, and
Yeah, it
It's
sounds
really
exhausting.
sad. Like the
it's
people
sad.
had to act like that too. Like, cause before, like you and I became friends, and you told me about, like, cause you told me, now you're telling me more, but you told me a little bit about where you lived before. I never realized that, like, it was like that there, like I never realized it was like competitive and just hateful in some ways. Like, that's horrible.
I mean, look, I
Imagining.
was like, the other day I was on TikTok and I was watching, especially, this girl was African American.
Hmm.
And a lot of, I also saw a lot of African American experience, when they came here, and I was watching the video. I was a little bit, it was sad, because I said, I mean, it's not good when you have people come to visit you and they do video like this in TikTok. And now is, everybody can see everything,
Yeah.
Hmm.
and they portray a country like this. And you see the comment section, they say, me as a Black person, I cannot go there if I'm not safe. So I'm not
Wow.
going to go. I'm not going to go. And when I heard, the experiences, I wasn't surprised. I said I couldn't be, oh my God, it's not. I wasn't surprised, because
Yeah.
I lived that through my father. I mean,
Yeah.
at work, when they used to make fun of him, and they used to, being in till now, if I can be honest, till now in his work, when he came home and stuff like it was hurtful. I mean, I never personally
Yeah.
experienced racism because physically, uh, you know, is sad to say it, but for them, I'm white passing
Mm-hmm.
for them. So
Yeah.
physically, they don't, unless they don't hear my last name, they don't get it. So they don't
Yeah.
think. So when I see it from my father, I was like, I'm not surprised that people go like this. So it's very sad. So it
That is
just,
sad. Like, it's so sad that people have to act like that. Like, it's so sad that, like, and that's like a lot of places, even in the United States. It's just so
Mm-hmm.
sad that people have to be hateful in general. Like,
yes. I mean, in the end, we are all human beings. So
mhm.
why? I mean, I wasn't, I'm someone who got raised to accept everybody. I don't care what your religion, your color, your
Yeah,
skin color, your sexual orientation. I don't really care. I mean, if I have to judge you, I have to judge you how you portray yourself
That's right.
yeah,
Yeah.
with me.
exactly.
So I'm not
That's
gonna
how I
judge you
am.
because exactly, I'm not gonna judge you because of your sexuality or your gender or because it's stupid. I mean, why I have to hate
Yeah,
somebody
right.
when he's not? This is why when I do my acting and stuff like that is because I wanna bring different people together. Make
Yeah,
them
exactly.
enjoy, what I do, entertain
Yeah,
them without, hate, without anything.
judgment, right.
So, is this in the end of the day is just what I want to do is
And like I'm the same as you because like I literally think it's so stupid when people judge people for their race, their sexual orientation,
exactly,
gender, like anything about them. Like let people be themselves. How is that affecting you? And why are you being so judgmental that somebody is a certain
exactly,
way? Like we were all made a certain way to be ourselves. Nobody should be telling us that we are wrong for being who we are. It's so dumb.
exactly. This is it. I mean, bad apples exist everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, bad apples are everywhere in every community, in every part of the world. But doesn't mean because someone does something awful and maybe because what I share the same ethnicity or same origin means that I'm like that. No, know to do the difference. If it's a bad
Exactly.
apple, it's a bad apple. I have no business on what it does that. So, and
Exactly.
it's sad because some people doesn't get that. Some
Mm-hmm.
people doesn't get that.
Some
So,
people like to either I feel like because I'm the type of person I'm very deep, so I try to like understand how people's thought processes are, and I try to like understand like why are they this way. And I've come to the conclusion throughout my life so far that a lot of people just hate because of three reasons. One, it's either jealousy. Two, it's either they don't like anything different and they're so close-minded, or three, they don't even like themselves. It's not that they're jealous of what you're doing, they just don't like who they are, so they're not going to like you, so they just want to
Yep. They
hate on.
just like having a thing to target to attack, and that's all it is. At the end of the
exactly.
day, there's something in their life they don't like, or they're just so set in their ways that they like to lash out at something that's easy to lash out at.
Yeah,
Exactly. So
exactly.
they just projecting, something in somebody else. I always hate that.
Mm-hmm.
It just I mean, I never got why people should hate each other.
Yeah.
I mean, in the
Yeah,
end, we are all human beings. In the end, I mean, it shouldn't even. Yeah, we are different in our own ways. It's okay to be different. I
yeah,
mean,
exactly. I
and
wouldn't want us all to be the same. Like,
this is why when I do my acting and stuff like this and show how I am is to make see people that it's okay to be different. You
yeah,
shouldn't be scared about difference.
Mm-hmm.
It's okay. I mean, we should enjoy our differences. If the world we were I mean, do you imagine living into a world where everybody is the same?
I would
It will be
hate
boring.
That'd be boring
It
as
will be
hell.
I need to be my weirder self. I need to be my
that.
I mean, I need to be a weirdo, guys.
Yeah,
So just
yeah.
just
Like,
that.
no, I agree. And that's why I'm the same way with my acting. That's why I like to make a lot of like fun and quirky acting challenges because like I would love to play that type of character. Like I love being weird, I love being funny, and like I want to make people laugh. So like
Yeah,
Exactly.
makes sense. That's why I like playing. That's why I like running all my tabletops so much. I literally, when I run a game, I'm playing like hundreds of characters across the whole game. Like I'm a different person every time you interact with someone new, and it's just
yeah.
fun to do that. And like the community itself is just so open compared to like
It's
the,
it's
especially where
different.
we live, like in Ohio, like it's so
Oh
closed
yeah.
off here. So like when I do
Ohio.
my tabletop stuff and you do your acts and stuff, it's like an escape from that for sure because that both
Yeah.
communities are just so much more open minded.
Yes,
Yeah. Like
this
when
is
I
for
lived in
sure.
LA, it was like a culture shift for me because yes, there's and like it's anywhere, you know, there's gonna be snobby people, of course, in LA, but there's a lot of nice people too. But it's different
Mm-mm.
because people are more open there.
Hmm.
And where we're from, Ohio, I'm back in Ohio now. It's like there's great people here, but they're very more closed minded and they don't have like big dreams. So like LA, you know, everybody has big dreams to like do acting
Yes,
want. And like some people are nice, some people are mean, you know, like you said, there's bad apples everywhere. But
exactly, exactly.
but in Ohio, it's like people don't understand why you have big dreams. Like people here just want to, and there's nothing wrong with that, that they just want to work a 9 to 5 job, but they should respect the people that also don't want to do that. The people that want to also do more, you know? So
Mm-hmm.
it's just like, I respect you, so respect me. Like I believe in
Hmm.
respect. It's a huge thing for me. I'm never going to disrespect a person. You know what I mean? Is it like, if there was, if, but we have to be respectful of each other. Like if somebody's being mean to you, have a right to talk back and say how you feel, you know, and speak your mind.
Yes,
And
speak your
it's
mind.
a lot of people don't
You
do
know,
that.
I'm gonna tell you what my mom used to say to me. Every
Yes,
time
tell me.
my mom always told me, you want respect, you should give respect, because if
Yes.
you don't give respect, you're never gonna get respect back.
Mhm.
So
That's true.
it just, I always been like this.
Yeah,
So
same.
I prefer, I'm someone who, unfortunately, I always respectful,
Mm-hmm.
always always gentle with the people, being respectful. But the problem is, when they see this, some people take advantage of that. They
Oh,
think that you're stupid. And I was like, one day, it's not because you see me chill, or because I'm laughing, or because I'm respectful, meaning that I'm not gonna, my other side of my character is
mhm.
not gonna come out. Attention. I was like, attention there, because if I'm worse than the devil when I'm pissed. So I'm gonna tell you. So it's not because you see it, you shouldn't even see it as a weakness, because when I see that you take advantage of my persona,
Mhm.
then something is gonna click on me. So
Yeah, I'm the
I'm
same.
gonna, I'm gonna stop you right. I'm gonna tell that person, I'm gonna stop you right there. It's not
Mhm.
because I'm respectful and gentle, because this is how I was raised to be respectful and gentle, mean that
Hmm.
you should take advantage of that.
Exactly.
Because I'm not gonna, I'm someone who, I'm not gonna come there and show you my full character, because I'm a very complicated person. I have a very strong character that sometimes, sometimes some people just stay a little bit intimidated. But don't worry, I'm a teddy bear.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Exactly.
but I have too many layers. Sometimes I say I have 300 personality. I mean, maybe because I'm a Gemini, so I don't know. But
I'm also a Gemini, so I get that.
so
Yeah, you're
I don't
both
know.
Gemini.
But just, you see people sometimes that take advantage of that. So it's
Hmm.
sad.
Yeah,
It
that's true.
just
And me being a Cancer, like I have to watch out for that because I'm the type of person too where I'm like you, like people, like I'm very nice and respectful, but people will take advantage of that. And me being a Cancer, being emotional, sometimes I let it slide too much, and then I have to come at a point where I'm like, no, like if this person's not respecting me, like I'm not gonna give that back, you know. But I
no,
have to see
no.
that for myself, like you said, because like I feel like Geminis and Cancer are very similar in the sense of like I feel like we're very strong personalities, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And like
Yeah.
I'm very sweet being a Cancer, but as everybody knows that knows the zodiac sign, like if you piss me off, like I
A
become
disaster.
bad. Yeah.
A disaster. No, I mean, I'm the same. I'm the same. I mean, like, I can be calm, I can be chill if you don't provoke me. But once, and the problem is that I had a lot of people try,
Hmm.
to take advantage. But the problem is when they see that it's difficult and
Yeah.
I just become another person, they just, retract themselves. So strangely, you see them just run to the other way. So I'm like,
Yes.
hmm,
Yes.
I'm like, like you see in the movies, no? You see in the movie. You know what? You mess with the wrong bitch. I'm gonna tell you that. So,
Yeah, exactly. Cause
like in
like
the movies. So, I like
exactly.
this.
Exactly. Cause like I was working this one job. It was like a couple years ago. And my one boss, like I was always so nice, because I was being respectful because she was, respectful of me and like, she was my boss and stuff. And then like one time she said something so disrespectful and she's never seen me be mean. Like I've always been nice because like I'm like you, unless I'm very provoked. And then I snapped on her. I was like, don't you effing like talk to me. Like I was like going off
You
and she
get
was
all
like
like,
she was like, you don't act like this. This is like a
it's
different
like,
person.
when you see that way and we are talking about it, it's like we are doing some acting, real life acting. So it's like,
Right.
I'm into a character, but when you provoke me, I'm just gonna be another type of character. So
Hmm.
it's like, I'm playing, different people into a
Right.
movie. So it just is it's
Exactly.
fantastic. So it's that. So
Exactly.
and, since I joined also TikTok and I get to know you and other people, obviously it's beautiful because it's finally I found my home, when I can
Yeah.
talk with people about my passion, about, my favorite movies, my favorite, I didn't have that with some people because,
Hmm.
it just, I didn't know with who talking about the stuff. So seeing people that have my same passion and stuff like that, it's good. It's
And that's
awesome.
how I feel about it too. That's why like TikTok means so much to me because I feel like, especially like living here in Ohio, like I said, a lot of people aren't into acting and stuff. And like I feel like I met my
Mhm.
family, like you said, like a home, like you met like your home of like your, like your friends, like, you and the others I met. It's like I feel like home with those people with you guys because it's like you can talk about what you're passionate about, what you love. We can do duets together, we can have fun, we can do our passions and inspire each other and cheer each other on. And like that's not something if you're not with other actors and like-minded individuals, they're not going to understand that part of us,
No, they're not. They're not.
Hmm.
Even when you have to talk about movies, it's like, I'm a movie fan.
Me
So
too.
I'm a movie. I love music and I'm a movie fan. So I just, when it's a little bit movies and music always be my escape, like I said before.
Yeah.
So it just sometimes, I don't know, when it comes, uh I love do some music, so singing, or sometimes I don't know, I watch a movie, and it's also, seeing other actors in the movies, playing is like a little bit, an exercise because you
Yeah.
see how, you feel the scene, you see it. Obviously, when I act on TikTok, it's a little bit different because I'm behind a screen, so we are
Yeah.
Hmm.
not together face to face. So it's a little bit different just to connect with
Yeah.
the people. So I have, improvise a little bit and try to do stuff. So it's more different. So
But
it's
you're
Hmm.
just
amazing at it. I always say you should like you need to start like doing your own acting challenges. Like
yeah. I could, if I have time, yes, I will love to do that. So when I
yeah.
get time, I would love to do that. So is
Yeah,
that
because you're amazing at it.
obviously, like we always, my favorite movies, mine are, I love watching horror movies or
Yeah.
comedy movies, or you see some crime movies. So I'm, where you have mystery and stuff like that. For me, it's
Oh
very
yeah.
entertaining. So sometimes when I I'm with my mom and we watch a thriller, I'm like, mom, I think this one is the killer. I think, and my
Yeah.
mom is like, yes, yes, I think that too. And when you come into the end of the movie, it was like, I was right. See, it
Yes.
was the killer. So sometimes we play the little detective behind the screen. So it's just,
Yeah, it's
and
so much fun. Like that's what I did with
obviously,
the last
obviously
Scream.
with my mom, we only, watch thrillers because she doesn't really like horror movies. So that kind of stuff, I
Yeah.
watch it alone.
Okay.
So, I mean, that kind of stuff, I'm gonna watch it alone. And I started very young age, so I'm gonna
Yeah,
say
me too.
14, 14. I shouldn't even watch it at 14 years old.
I
So
know.
because but I did it behind my mom's back, so I don't care. The first movie that I watched that is my favorite till now is the Scream franchise.
That's my favorite too, as you know.
And I had a huge crush until now. I mean, before, obviously I was
Oh,
a
on
little bit
Billy?
Billy,
Yes.
yes. But
Oh,
obviously in the first movie, I was like, I was like, he's kind of cute. I mean, it was like, Billy is like, and when you see the end, I said, why I had a crush on the killer? I was like, why?
Mhm.
Why?
he's
But I said,
hot.
I don't care. I was like, you know what? I don't care. It's fiction. So as long as
Right.
I'm not,
Exactly.
I was like, it's fiction. As long as there are no real serial killer, which is just disgusting because jokes apart, there are people really fantasizing and
Yeah.
romanticize real serial killers. And when I saw like this, I said, I mean, it's a little bit different when you do it in the movie and
Yeah.
real
Oh,
life, because real life, real people died, but here in the movie, not.
it's big. Right. Yeah, that's
So,
exactly how I feel about it.
exactly. So I was like, it was the first movie that I watched, and it was, I mean, it's my favorite till now. So
It's so
it's
good. Like
just
I
so
want to be in a
good.
Scream movie so bad. Well, you already know that, but I want to be in a Scream
Yeah.
movie. And
It's
like
so
you said, only act as a killer. I would never do that. I'm a good person in real life.
me
I
too.
those
So
people, but I would love to act as a killer in the movie because I think it's fun how they do that role. Like they seem so nice, and then they do that, and then they reveal. The reveal is so crazy. It's so much.
yeah. And even I loved also see the behind the scenes, obviously on
Mhm.
YouTube when they watch the behind the scenes. And it was, before Scream became an horror movie, I was shocked because it wasn't the intent to make
Yeah.
it an horror. It needs to be an comedy. I mean, an horror comedy movie. So you have comedy in it, and I don't know what the hell Wes Craven did. So and this is why he's one of my favorite directors, and I always loved his work. So since I was and it was like, I don't know what the hell he did, but it's not there's not comedy in it. Apart, you see, apart, you're gonna see Matthew Lillard, that is an awesome actor,
Mm-hmm. Oh,
obviously, and that he did a little bit, comedy with Stu, but it came out an
yes,
horror
yes.
movie. So I was like, it was an horror through and through. So just keep it that way. And
Yes.
it was awesome.
Oh yeah. That's
I
what I love.
They were awesome actors, if I can be honest.
Oh yeah.
Mhm.
They're awesome till now. And when you see today movies, certain movies, I mean, I'm talking about my point of view when
Yeah.
they cast actors. Today is like, they choosing certain people choosing, randomly is not about talent almost anymore. It's more
Yeah.
about, clouds. Like I'm gonna tell you, I used to watch American Horror Stories.
Mhm.
Oh, see, I never saw that. Was it good?
The first seasons, yes. After that, I completely stopped because, if I can be honest, they were casting people randomly, and I
Oh.
said, and I was like, I want to watch a TV show, not fall asleep.
Yeah.
So I just stopped. I just
I
completely
love how bold
stopped.
you are. That's what I love about you.
Just yeah, because you see, you see. I'm not gonna say that some certain people that they casted, just they're not
Mhm.
into the acting universe. I'm not gonna say, okay, you can go to a school acting, whatever people
Yeah.
want, but here I think that when he casted some people, is more like because of who they were, because
Yeah, like
someone was the daughter of this one, but it's not because she was the daughter of this one, meaning that she has talent, or,
yeah,
or now I know that they are casting Kim Kardashian, and I said, I'm officially done. I said, I'm sorry, but I was like, sorry, but
yeah.
I'm done.
I
When
don't like, okay, like I don't, people watching this will know. I don't judge anyone, but I don't think Kim Kardashian is a good actress. She's not an actress. Like
Me
this,
too. I mean, I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna judge. Obviously, if they're good in something, that's okay. I mean, I'm not gonna judge someone because, but the problem is that, okay, you are doing a movie, but you have to, you need to keep in mind that the movie should give some emotions to who watch it.
right,
So
exactly.
when I see the acting of someone that is not really good, I mean, not
Mm-hmm.
really good, it doesn't give me anything.
The
I'm
emotions.
not gonna continue to watch it because, I mean, you have to think, not only you have to think about the people outside who watching the movies.
Yeah,
So the
exactly.
feeling that you want to portray. So when I see stuff like that, you cast people only because, they are the son of someone or stuff like that, or because, they are the cloud of the moment. It's not, yeah, I mean, it's not like it was before, you
Yeah,
just where you
I
were
agree.
valuing talent and not the the reputation of the person. So
Yeah,
this is
like
why I miss those kind of movies, like, and the Scream franchise, if you saw the last one.
Mm-hmm.
yeah,
uh, I mean, I loved how they choose the actors, who they casted and stuff like that.
yeah,
I mean, I it was on Scream 5
yeah, yeah, yeah.
that they casted Jake Quaid. I
Mm-hmm.
mean, people can say everything they want about him, is a Naple baby or whatever, but he has talent.
Yes, he
He
does.
has talent. He made a name for himself. So
Yeah, he's
very
good.
different from his father. Very different from his father. But
Oh
he
yeah.
made him. I mean, he killed that. He
I mean,
killed that
Yeah,
honestly,
character.
I haven't seen
it's
anything
so
his
good.
father's in except for Parent Trap anyway. So.
Really? Oh wow.
I saw some work of his father, if I can be honest. Now I don't remember the titles of the movies,
That's
but
what I'm
I saw
saying.
some work. But I mean, he made a name for himself. I mean,
Yeah,
people can say yes, he's a nipple baby, whatever, but it's good. It's
yeah.
good. I'm sorry to say that, but it's good. I
He's
mean,
really good.
when you see, people talking about nipple babies and stuff like that, yes, we have. I mean, there are a lot of some actors who are nipple babies, but the problem is not the problem is when you are a nipple baby without talent. Yes, I'm gonna say, yeah, you're right. She
Yeah,
got casted because of her parents or his parents, who they are. But
exactly.
if you have nipple baby with talents that he made his name for himself, you don't say anything. Who cares? He's a nipple baby. He has talent.
Yeah,
He knows how to act. Sorry to say about it, but he knows how to act.
yeah. He's a good,
Mm-hmm.
It's not.
he's a really good actor.
It's good, and I saw him. I saw another work of Jake, that it was The Boys, the
Oh,
TV
I haven't seen
show.
that.
And it's really good. It's a little
It has
bit.
Chase
Yeah, I mean,
Crawford in it, right? The guy from Gossip Girl too.
yes, I think yes. I
Yeah,
think
I think it's
I
good.
don't
It's
remember, but I think yes.
yeah,
But you know
good.
what? It killed that. I mean, it was
Really?
awesome. Yes, obviously the TV show is a little bit different because it's very, let's just say, if you are 14, don't watch it, because you need at least to be 18 to watch that thing, because it's very.
Yeah,
But
I heard it's very.
no, I mean, it was good. It was,
I want to watch it. I heard it's a really good show.
I don't
I
know. You're kind of innocent. I don't know if you should watch something like that. We
oh
gotta
my
preserve
gosh, screw
your
you.
innocence.
Whatever.
if you want to try it, try it. No, it's a good show. It's a good show. If I mean, some people can, you know, can say it's too much and just stop watching it. Other
Yeah.
people just continue to watching it. So it's a really good show.
I've seen
And
Euphoria, so I think I'm good with that show.
That shows, yeah, that shows a lot.
yeah, it shows a lot. Just saying, you have to prepare yourself because it's very,
And you really do, because not even that, but like that show makes you like mentally, you have to also be like really stable to watch it. 'Cause
Mhm.
there's a lot on that even like got to me a little bit because it's so dark at certain points. So you really have to, you can't like that show definitely, like that's why it has the warnings on it, because you have to, some people can't watch that show.
Yes.
Like people.
It's like horror movies. It's like, when you watch horror movies and you have the warning in it.
Yeah.
And if you can watch it, you watch it. If you can, you don't watch it. I mean,
Right.
it's just, this is why, I mean, don't do like I did, that I started 14 years old watching horror movies behind my mother's back. So, and I'm even surprised I could have done that because that woman can smell bullshit miles away. So I don't know how how she didn't tell me to do that. So
I
I'm
can see you
good.
watching them like at 14, like on your laptop, hiding in your room eating ice cream or something.
I'm like, yeah, but don't do that. Don't do like I did. But it's not obviously, if you are in a mindset that it's fake, it's fake. Just you got to put yourself in the mindset to say,
Yeah.
you know what, it's not real. So
Exactly.
that's
Exactly.
you can, is that. But if you can do that, don't watch it. So don't do
And
that.
that's why, like,
Don't
exactly. And that's why, like, even with some of my like acting scenes I do, like if I do like something from Euphoria are very triggering, and I'll put like that little like warning thing. Cause some people can't even watch the scenes on TikTok. Cause like some people have different triggers, like everybody has something
Yes.
different. They may have
Mhm.
a trigger, I don't want to talk about the situations if someone's watching this because it may be too dark, but you know what I mean? Like to different
Mhm.
things like suicide or different things like that. They may have different triggers, like
Yeah.
sexual assault. Like
Yeah.
you just
What
never
that's
know.
why like a lot of games that I run or other people run, we have safety forms now. So people, if they have certain things that they don't want in the game, like they can say ahead of time so that that theme doesn't come up. Because like
Yeah.
you never know what can really affect someone, hurt other people.
Yeah. I mean, that's so true. I mean, like, because there's certain things like, and I talk openly about this, so I don't mind putting this on the podcast. But back when I was in college, like, I was almost sexually assaulted. So, like, it was a really hard time.
Wow.
Yeah. And, like, it was, at that time, it was very hard. But, like, I talk openly about it now. But it's like, so certain things like that still kind of trigger me. But it's been a while. So, like, it's a lot better now.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But some people may never get over that, almost being raped, sexually assaulted. Some people may not.
Yeah, that's one. Like, for example, I don't know if I mean, I never had that kind of experience, and
Yeah.
no woman or even man, because also men can be raped, should
Hmm.
Yeah.
experience something like this. But I remember there was a movie that they did. It was 365 days. It was
Oh,
a
I
Hmm.
heard of
movie.
that. Mm-hmm.
I watched that, but I really didn't like that. I know it's fiction, but I didn't enjoy it. I didn't enjoy it because, unfortunately, in real life, there are people like
Happened.
this.
Yeah.
It
Hmm.
happens. So I really didn't enjoy, like, and you see people, glorifying, like, mafia boss or toxic relationship like this.
Hmm.
It's just,
Yeah.
it's no, because it exists,
Mhm.
are not people you should fantasize. And it, I mean, it comes from me that I'm a huge movie fan, so
Me
I
too.
could have watched everything, but that movie, I didn't like it. I mean, when they
Yeah.
put even the second part, or I don't know if there a third part, I don't care because I didn't like that. Um, I mean, I didn't enjoy it because the problem is that in real life, situation exists,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
I know it's fiction. I know that it's fiction, but the problem is that
It's
I
like a
mean,
real, yeah.
exactly, and exists, and is
Yeah.
not something. Okay, you can have a crush on the actor,
Yeah.
like I told you. I mean, like I told you, when I watched Scream, I always had a crush for Billy Loomis, Skeet
Right.
Ulrich. Till now, I have a crush on that man. So if I can be honest, you have
Yeah.
him that I had a crush on the actor, and the
Mhm.
other one in Scream 2 that he was playing. How was his name? Mike. He
I
was
think
playing Mike.
so. I should know
It
this. I'm
was
like the biggest Scream fan. I can't remember
it
right
was yeah, it was playing Mike. It was Timothy Olyphant that I still has a crush on
Mhm.
him, both of them. So, and I mean, there is fiction. In the end, it's fiction, but in real life, I'm not gonna be, someone so nuts to fall in love with a serial killer.
now.
Like,
Yeah.
Exactly.
hello, hello. And the problem is that there in the movie, you see that, and
Yeah.
I'm seeing, thank God there are some true crime,
Yeah.
documentaries that it shows you what a real serial killer is, and is a
Mhm.
little bit different from the movie. Sometimes the movie they have, to,
Exactly.
but in the movie that I told you about, the 365 days, the problem is that they are glorifying a mafia boss,
Mhm.
Yeah. I heard of
glorifying,
it.
are some sort of stuff that in real life exists. And
Yeah.
so it's a little bit, I didn't like that. I
Then the
didn't really
movie
like.
doesn't. I never seen the movie because it didn't. Same for me. Like it didn't look like it interests me by the plot because of what you said. It looks like they were glorifying it, but I never seen it. But I know it's on Netflix. But didn't in the movie like didn't she like stay with him? Like she was in.
Yes, this is the problem.
Yeah.
I had a huge problem because, when you see
Wow.
certain movie, when you have the villain,
Yeah.
the victim never stays with the,
Exactly.
when you see, I mean, in the horror movies and stuff like that, the main
They
character
die.
never stays.
The bad guy.
Or they die, or they escape, or I have no idea. But the problem is in that movie is that in the end, I mean, she got kidnapped by this mafia boss. She has 365 days to fall in love, which is crazy, if I can be
Mhm.
honest.
Yeah. That
And
is
in the end, she marries him. I'm like, what?
wow. That's
I'm like, what?
crazy. And people like I heard people talking about like how they love that movie. I'm like, why? It doesn't look interesting to me.
It's like, no.
And
It's
that's
like,
bad
it's
for
not.
like kids that see that. Like, because what if a kid sneaks and like watches that, right? Then they're gonna think that's a
Exactly.
normal relationship when it's not. That's a
It's
top.
not. It's
Yeah.
not. And the problem is, even when you walk, I mean, even when you go and read fan fictions,
Mhm.
or fan fiction stuff like that, okay, is the soul for, I mean, you go and read it, okay, you know that it's fiction, but the
Mhm.
problem is, in this, you have people who doesn't know, and I saw that and even on Instagram, that there's a community, that they do, stories with their Sims characters, sometimes I saw, and it was really, creepy, that some people
Mhm.
doesn't know to make the difference between fiction and reality,
Yes, they
and
really don't.
they get pissed. This
Yes.
is, that if you have an opinion, they attack you, and you are like, dude,
Mhm.
it's a story, it's not real life. If you
Girl,
have an
I
opinion,
never told you this, but I got so creeped out because I duetted. Okay, like the big act like Noah J. Wood, Icebox, all them. I
yeah,
duetted
of
like one of
course.
them, and I got a comment on my TikTok, and I get it sometimes, and the comment was really weird. It was like, "Oh, like you two make like a perfect couple. Don't be sad, like or heartbroken that you're single and alone."
Yes,
Guys,
you
and I'm like,
see.
that's a scene. Like if I do, it's a scene. Like I'm not really like
I'm not really doing it. So, like,
right. Like but people
is
don't know how to distinguish the two. Like I'll go to like actors pages. Like I love this guy Felix Mailer from Ginny and Georgia. He plays Marcus, and people
mhm.
comment this thing like, "Oh Marcus, I love you," or "Marcus, you getting back with Ginny," and I'm like, "That's his character. This is the actor." Like people don't distinguish the two.
Well, when I heard also a story about, I mean, when I was teenager, I always been a fan of the Marvel movies. So
Yeah,
when
I
they
love the
did,
Mhm.
Marvel movies. Yeah.
Me too. And when they did, the TV show, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier,
Yeah.
and there was this actor that I don't remember his name, but I know he's the son of Kurt Russell.
Yeah, I know you're talking
In
about, yeah.
real life, he was playing an anti-hero, a
Yeah.
little bit of villain. And the problem is that when I heard that in real life, because of his character, he was, experiencing some death threats.
Yeah.
Some, like, I'm like, is his job being an actor? Today is gonna play a villain. Tomorrow is gonna play the hero. Another
Yeah.
day, I mean, it's
Yeah.
a job. But are two different, are two different people. What
Yeah.
he plays. But
Yeah.
in real
Some
life, I don't
people
think it's
some
like
people take
this.
that shit seriously. Like even back in the day with like professional wrestling with the WWE and shit, before people knew it was scripted, they would attack like the bad guys out when they were out in the street and shit. Like they would get so toxic with
That's
like they
so
would literally
scary.
Yeah.
attack try to fight them in bars and shit. Like it was insane. And like even today, like even though they know that it's fake, like that still happens occasionally. People will like
It's
think that's who they really are, and it's
It's
crazy.
just, yeah, it's really
though.
creepy when they do that. It's really creepy when they do that, literally do that. I'm like, what, I mean, real life is real life and fiction
Yeah.
is fiction,
Yeah.
and this is why sometimes, when I do my TikTok videos and stuff like that, I mean, I'm not gonna say I don't have a lot of views or a lot of followers, and I'm okay because I'm doing it for fun.
You
If
should have
one
like
day
a
is
million
gonna be,
followers.
it's my passion,
Yeah.
it's my passion. But if one day is gonna open me a door, I'm not gonna say no because,
Right.
obviously, who doesn't want to realize their dreams? But sometimes when I go and do that, the acting stuff, sometimes I worry on this kind of people, when you go
Yeah.
and see. And the problem is that on internet, sometimes you have some strange people,
Hmm.
Yeah.
like, and it's very, especially if you are a woman or a girl,
Yeah.
it just, I'm gonna tell you, when I had this comment one day under my TikTok video that I deleted, that it was very creepy. Like, it was like, you very pretty, let's get married. I was like, what? What?
Like what the
And
heck?
that guy, if I can be honest, it was creepy as hell. It could have been my grandfather.
Yeah.
And the problem is that is I mean, I worry about internet, but it happens sometimes even when I go outside or I'm walking outside the road. How many times I had people catcalling me? Because
Yeah.
unfortunately, where I live, people sometimes they catcall you and
Hmm.
you can do anything about it. So every time I see people who pass, with their car, the cat calling you, or they just staring you creepy. I had once, I was in a bus station, and once someone, he touched my thigh,
Oh my gosh. Jeez.
and I didn't even, I froze. I literally
Yeah.
froze. I didn't even, reacted. It went so fast that you know, I was like, he ran away. I didn't even see him in the space. So I was like,
Yeah.
sometimes, when you see this kind of stuff and is the downside, that you have in real life, but also on the internet. So this is
Yeah.
why, even when I create content, because, you know, today we also have children on
Hmm.
this
Yeah.
app. And
Exactly.
it's not like before where children, I mean, you have this kind of way that uh, parents sometimes they don't control what their children does on the internet.
Hmm.
So us as creator, we have to restrain ourselves. So we
Yeah.
have to, just to not to pass, as a weird person, because
Right.
obviously how many times when I mean, sometimes when I do acting challenge, I have to be soft. I can go, like in other, situations.
Yeah.
So like I would never go into an horror, movie or scene. Sometimes, when I do when you do some scream,
Yeah.
acting challenge, and I see when you do that, I mean, it's something really soft. It's not really, the acting when you have to curse and stuff like that when it
Yeah.
happens. Because the problem is we have children there, so I have to adapt
Yeah.
myself, and it's a little bit, different and difficult to you can expand yourself, because problem is now is our responsibility as a creator
Mhm.
to
Yeah.
put a safe space for those people, for
And
the
I
kids.
Yeah.
agree.
Because today parents is not like before. I mean, I'm gonna tell you, I didn't have my first face I had my first Facebook when I was 16, 17. Until
Yeah.
then I still had my mom behind me watching what I
Yeah.
was doing, if I can be and it's fair, because you have no idea, what could happen.
Exactly.
I had a situation when I got my it was on Facebook, where I almost, uh got trapped by a pedophile.
Oh my gosh, that's crazy, dude. Wow.
And I literally went to my mom and said, Mom, I don't know who the hell is that person. I have no idea what the hell is going on. And I never talked to that person. I was 16.
Right.
And once it was, on Instagram,
Yeah.
which is this is why I made a second account, which
Mhm.
is you are
Yeah.
follow me, and not the first one. The first one I didn't want to, delete it, because I also have friends there, so I had to. I didn't want to do, a lot of uh you know
Trying to get,
changement.
yeah.
So
Mhm.
a lot of changement. So I said I'm gonna keep my old one, but I'm gonna post it in my second one.
Yeah.
And I remember that I was 17. And it was creepy till
Yeah.
now. I mean, I'm 26. I still received, some creepy messages that I don't even, bother to respond. I just block. Because
Right.
when I was 17, I had a creep. Literally, I was 17 and it was 34.
Oh
That
Mhm.
wow.
person, 34 for 35, that it was it was trying and to flirt with me, and I was like, I'm not interested. And when I rejected him, it just, you know it didn't get very well when I
Mhm.
responded, because it
Yeah.
just insulted me. It just, it said stuff that, I mean, is not even worth it to repeat. But the problem is you have a lot of creeps on internet. This is
Oh
why
yeah.
it's important. This is why this is why in today, when I see stuff like that, I mean, me as a creator, i can do I can do so much. I have
Yeah.
do my passion, and there's certain stuff. It's not my job to, try to control what your kids do. Is your job
Mhm.
as a parent, because
Yeah.
I'm doing my passion. And sometimes if I have, even like acting, I can do some comedy. I
Right.
can
Yeah.
do, but I can do, something funny. That's okay. I can do that because I love to do that. But if one
Yeah.
day I want to do something, like a horror scene or something, a acting challenge or stuff like that, I can do that because I have kids who are watching. And
Yeah.
so I'm a little bit, I have to, put block a little bit my creativity, because today is like it's our responsibility to
Mm,
do that instead the parents, because in today's society the parents doesn't even care anymore what
yeah.
the kid has done. And when we do that is yeah, when you do that, honestly, after that, when you do something that is not okay, you are at fault. And it's
Yeah.
stupid, because I'm not the parent. I didn't decide to be a kid. If I can be honest,
Exactly.
Mhm.
I mean, if one day I'm gonna have a daughter, I'm gonna, control what she's doing at
Right.
Yeah.
until she's 18. When you're 18, you do whatever the hell you want. But
Hmm.
until you want, I mean, you have kids in social media that is not even, it's not
I agree
their
because I have
spaces.
no, I agree because I have kids that also like duet me and stuff too. Do you have kids that watch your stuff too, babe?
I
Yes.
don't think so.
Me, I have.
Oh yeah, I call you babe as a friend sometimes.
I
I have.
don't think I have kids that watch my stuff, but I usually stream pretty late too, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
yeah.
Sometimes when for example, I had one day this kid that uh, she wrote me on TikTok on a private chat, and it was little, she was like, I love your videos and wanted to have a conversation and stuff like I just said, I very appreciate that you love my videos, and I stopped there because I was like, it's not, I get it. I have kids that are fan and love my work. It's okay. Not only, adults, but
But it
it's
feels
not,
I get that because it feels
I
like
didn't feel good. I didn't
Yeah.
really feel good because you don't know how to act like this, because I don't want to be rude and say sorry, but I'm not gonna, I don't want to chat because you are kids. So,
Hmm.
they're, in the end of the day, they are
yeah,
kids, and you don't want to hurt their feelings. So
I
it
get
just,
that. Yeah,
you,
because
you
I'm the
stay
same.
you
Mm-hmm.
stay in a situation. But I think that is important that well, it's not only our job to try to give a safe space, but we
Yeah.
can do so much. We can, it's not, in a certain point, is the parent that should be there and watch what their kids
Yeah.
do, because sometimes I see, I mean, in TikTok I saw, it was her big sister, this person, and she was a kid, and she was dancing like
Yeah.
an adult,
Yeah.
twerking and stuff like
Oh
that,
yeah.
when you have a lot of creeps. I
Mm-hmm.
mean,
Yeah.
obviously the sister, she had what, 17, something like that, so she doesn't have, I'm gonna say it, on that age, certain of us doesn't have a brain.
Right.
So I'm sorry, but some, minors doesn't have, even if you have a teenager, some teenagers are smart and have some sort of, morals and brain, but other one doesn't have. And I was like, why you put your sister or yourself in that situation?
Yeah.
Like, and if you are 18, 20, you can do whatever, even you can do whatever you want,
Yeah.
honestly. But obviously, even if you are a grown-ass woman, you're gonna have creeps, but at least I'm not a minor. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't, there, and it's something that I always, in social media, on TikTok, I always, have to try to be, chill and soft as possible. So,
Yeah.
so just it just this, because it's social media. You can you
No,
can,
I agree.
get
And,
out.
oh,
You
sorry.
can
Do
have a lot
you
of, no, no, go ahead. you
I was just
you
gonna
can
say
have a
that.
lot of creepy people. Even, I
Yeah.
mean, how many times I had creepy people doing some, awful
Yeah.
proposition, and I'm an adult. I mean, I'm an
Yeah.
adult. I'm a
Yeah.
full grown ass woman, and there, when you see that, I'm like, what the hell? Like,
Yeah.
Yeah. And like I had this kid, I just want to say this kid. Sorry, babe. I know we have to wrap up soon.
Yeah, we
I
do. We have to do it to wrap this
but
up. Yeah.
but I just want to say real quick, I know what you mean about that though, because like I had this like because I followed them back, to be nice because they liked my stuff and everything. But this boy was like duetting me, and he was like 10 or 11, and like was trying to talk to me. Oh, I love your videos, you're amazing. I was just like, thank you, I appreciate the feedback. Thank you for your support, follow your dreams, and that's all I said basically, because I felt really weird, like
yeah.
responding to like a 10, like I'm a full grown adult, like responding to a 10-year-old. It just doesn't feel right to me. It
It
doesn't.
doesn't feel right. Exactly. It doesn't really feel right doing something like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I appreciate that you see my videos and what I created, because having feedbacks and stuff like feedbacks, and what do you think about my work, this is what helps me to
Yeah.
learn stuff and to do better. I mean,
Right.
to
Exactly.
do better. And honestly, I'm gonna tell you, I never thought I was going to do some acting on TikTok. You know, it came out of maybe somewhere under the line. I had this passion and I didn't know until I tried it. So
Yeah.
maybe, but I never. I mean, when I began to do that, I didn't even think I was good at it. I mean, if it
You're
wasn't
amazing.
you or other people telling me you were good at it, I would have been like, yeah, I don't think so. But you know, I do it for fun. I mean, in the end of the day, I do it for fun because it's my escape. And if I have other people who enjoy that, that's okay. But sometimes, you know, it's a little bit. My downside is the fact that there are kids in it,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
so you don't know how to play it off. And when those kids today doesn't have a parent behind them, and you know,
Yeah.
is your job, obviously it became my responsibility as a creator to, you know, do something about it, even if it wouldn't
Yeah. And that's
even
why like I
I
don't do like
shouldn't
sexual.
even we shouldn't even
Yeah.
have this responsibility because they are not our kids. So
Right. But that's why
just
I also don't do like I don't do like very like I don't do like some creators do like very like sexual scenes or like go into like the whole like killing aspect. Like I don't do any of that because I don't feel comfortable doing that. And one that's
me
not like
too.
even if I become a big actor, it's not something that I don't want to do that. I want to be like a good. I'm not saying they're
Mm-hmm.
bad role models, but I want to be like a good role model for you know kids
Yeah.
and stuff.
I'm gonna tell you, I want to be the main character in the movie. So
Yes, that too.
the hero, not the
Yes,
villain.
Well,
So
that's
exactly.
I
awesome.
understand.
I hope that you both can be the main character, but we do have to end the
Oh,
stream at some point. So, thanks for
has it
joining
been
us
over an hour
today. It's
already?
an hour and 20 minutes.
Oh, oh
This is
gosh.
by
That's
far
fast.
the longest episode.
And I love that
um,
we didn't even do any. I love that though. We just got in conversation. We
yeah,
didn't even
I
talk
mean
through
that's
any of
how
the
that's
questions.
good. We shouldn't have to always use questions. That's perfect. But yeah, thanks for joining us, Sabrina. Go ahead and tell everyone where they can find you on social media, anything you want to talk about, the plug or anything like that. Go ahead.
Well, look, my link, Ginny has it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah, it
if
will
you
be
want to
in
put
the
it, I'm okay
it'll
with
be in
that.
the episode description for sure.
So no, the only thing that I'm gonna say is just, you know, if you have a passion, just go for it, enjoy it, and just do, you know, what you like to do, obviously. So that's it.
And
In
I
the
gotta
end,
ask you one
this is
quick question.
go ahead, go ahead.
It's sorry, babe. Me and her are talkers.
No, it's
But
okay.
is the pasta good in Italy? I tried to
Oh
ask
my
you.
god.
Yes, yes, the pasta is very good. It's good. It's good.
God.
Okay,
The
okay.
pasta is very good. So
I'm
Okay.
gonna
it's
come
very
visit
good.
you and get some Italian pasta.
Awesome. But with that, I'll keep our outro short. Follow me everywhere. I'm at Pluto Claret. Follow Jenny everywhere at Just Being Jen. This has been a great episode. Obviously, we got to have you on for the second season because I think you guys have a
Yes.
lot more to babble about. Um, but
She
thanks.
knows whatever. Honestly, I told her whatever project you have, I'm down. I'm gonna do that.
Okay,
So
Yes,
awesome.
and I
she
think
knows
it's
she
like
has my consent. My consent.
and we're
Perfect.
like both part Italian too, so I feel like we're talkers because I have Italian in me also. Like I'm part Italian and Greek, and Italians and Greeks talk a lot because I could talk for forever. I could talk for like 8, 9, 10 hours straight.
She can.
And
Like
it's because I
I've
live
witnessed
here.
it.
So
yeah, and
so
I'm a talker too, so like I love that. Like
Okay, awesome. But thanks for joining us, Sabrina. Thanks everyone for
no, thank you for
watching
inviting
and
me.
or
yes,
listening.
honored to have you.
And we will see you guys next time.
Bye guys. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.